Oh, you're up to 20 AC. So, what level are you? Because I think I'm playing cleric. I'm a forge domain cleric. I think my AC's like 18 with a shield, but my next 4? Jeez! How the hell are you managing 20 AC at level 4? Did you roll stats or something and just get a stupid amount in... I guess it would be Dex to boost it, because either that you got some magic going on to give you 20, because I think I'm level 5 and I'm at 18. Next level I get +1. Is Death Domain not one of those that get heavy armor? I guess it would be, wouldn't it? Because it's only certain, it's like War Domain and Forge Domain are only ones that get the heavy armor. Ah, you have an enchanted... There you go. Magic items. Cheating. No. Right. Let's get crack on with things. So, where we left off last week, I know we were starting to run out of water. And I did a little bit of side bits off camera where I've tried to tap one small water reservoir we've got. The only problem is it's at like 65 degrees. So we are going to have to come up with some water cooling options and probably just siphon off every piece of ice there is on the map to, one, get some water and also cool down the water supply. Yeah, so the reservoir is getting a tad low. At the moment, I did grab some ice. We've got 14.2 tons of ice there. Is that all? I thought I picked up more. Must have already melted. Okay. There's nothing in the bin, so yeah, the rest must have melted. Okay. Your character is extremely calm, so it's fun to roleplay when someone tries to attack you and you just don't give a damn. It's just literally going, plink, plink, just bouncing off the armor. Right. So, how's the O2 in the base? I would like it to be a little denser, preferably. So we're starting to suffer from, lack of oxygen and water and everything else. 600 grams of O2. Okay, so it's something. The gas is out at the moment, isn't it? Let's start that. So we're down to what's in the reservoirs. That comes back online in 17 cycles. So 868, I guess. So it's what's in the reservoirs plus what we can siphon out of this. That can get turned off now. So yeah, this is a big amount of water, but it's 65 degrees. So what I'm doing, I'm pumping it up here, hoping it chills out somewhat. So I've got it on a pipe network with a sensor. So the moment this water gets to like 20 odd degrees, the pump's going to turn back on and we add it into the reservoir. So hopefully that helps. Otherwise, we are in trouble. So with that in mind, we do have an awful lot of ice up here. Are we just strip mining this? I guess the quicker thing would be to actually run some piping. Plastic tubing stuff up here. Also, we do have this. I know there's a way of using steam generator with a aqua tuner to delete heat, but it is like an overcomplicated amount of plumbing and shit like that. So yeah, your next session is nowhere near. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I think our next session at the earliest is maybe next Thursday. But I'm not holding my breath because 2 or 3 have already been cancelled. So, yeesh, no idea. I guess technically we're doing gaps of 4. That's more appropriate. So there is a bunch of coal up here as well, so that will help us out in a pinch when all the power goes down. For us, it's a bit easier to get in and play, but you lost 2 players. Oh no, so how big's the party now then? Okay, we did get this up to here. Ah, so we might be able to get a drop-off station. Presuming we've got enough plastic. How tall do we need it to be? And then we should be able to run power to that. Yeah. Come on. Thank you. Right. That should get done. 4 usually, but we have 5 and the DM, but 1 is very rarely with you. So how does that affect your, like, adventure? Are people going off on, like, mystery side quests? Is that how the DM's, like, writing them out for a session? Or, you know, does one person have to control the absentee for a while, or what? It's like one person there juggling 2 or 3 character sheets. She's playing Faye. Fee? So she disappears whenever she wants. Ah, okay. So she's disappearing off into other realms. I guess that's a handy way of, you know, writing yourself in and out. Basically, you're not native to this plane of existence, so I might not be here that often. Well, if we can do all this, we can basically hoover up all this ice, which should help us out. So, can I, like, get a decent... I guess the cabling would be a 6, wouldn't it, as well? Right. That should keep us going. And then, you know, the final thing would be to basically bring this loop back round and into here. So we'd have a full transport loop then. What temperature is this at? 36. Like I said, I think I told it to come down to... No, let's make it 20, yeah. This game seems really hectic. I don't know, I suppose it is, but... It's got to the stage now where this is just my chilled game of the week. I just switch brain off and let the dupes do all the heavy lifting, literally. But, you know, we are going to start dying soon because I'm not happy with the amount of O2 we're pumping into the base. And I've played a bit of RimWorld, yes. If it's going to be warm in here, let's up this to that. Just try and squeeze some more O2 out of it. Because we are only shifting 50 grams, yeah, through. Hey, Law! How was the therapeutic drag yesterday? Did it help any? Also, how are you generally feeling in yourself? Also, we have another cleric with us today. Eris here is playing Death Domain in their game. It's all about that cleric solidarity. Right. I am going to put a pump in here. Liquid pump, definitely made out of steel. For obvious reasons. We got obsidian. Oh. I guess we don't need to bring it that far. Yes, we'll need a bridge. And let's do... I wonder if we can, like... No, I guess we just do it properly. What was it doing? And then we're going to need some power in here as well. This is going to have to be made out of steel because it's going to get rather warm else. It was good. Then we went and had a nap after. Been doing a bit better than yesterday, though. It's that's good, I guess. I'm not too bad. Cleric squad, cult, gang, team. I don't know what is the collective noun for a group of clerics that don't necessarily follow the same religion or deity. So yeah, Law's currently following. What's their technical title? The Goddess of Misfortune. I am the god. Well, I'm not the god of fire, but mine's following the god of flame and fire. So, as a death domain, are you like Raven Queen or something like that, or is there another kind of death deity? Baal! Oh, you're kicking it old school with the god of death. So, I mean, cult definitely factors into your one then, doesn't it? Because wasn't that the whole thing in Baldur's Gate? It was the cult of Baal, wasn't it? Oh, shit. Okay, we're getting water dripping. Ah, water's dripping in, but it's too hot for it. That's fine. It's going to boil off. I guess I could play it safe. There's my... Yeah, we can... Instead of just doing that, let's just... do that. That solves the problem. If there is any water in it, or any liquid we don't want, it's going to get filtered out. Though I guess the petroleum will also get filtered out. Ah, screw it. Okay, how is the piping? Oh, the piping's almost done. The wiring is almost complete. Jeez, okay, so we will be able to start hoovering up a bunch of ice fairly effectively. Your lawful neutral character, so it's a bit odd. True neutral there. I'm true neutral as well. Tieflings are the best. Hey, I like my beautiful scaly boy. Two tieflings who worship evil gods. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, well, I kind of want these people to hoover up as much plastic as possible, so just a little bit more wiring and one bit of plastic, and then we can... Oh, they don't like tieflings specifically, or what races are like definitely the underdogs in the society you're playing in? I guess it's coming down 2-3 degrees every cycle. What did we start on? 51, wasn't it? So yeah, it's come down about 4 degrees since we started. So about 2 degrees a cycle. Elves and humans are, quote-unquote, the best. Everything else is just subhumans, okay. But also, elves and humans are the most boring. You need a little spice in your life, don't you? They don't come much spicier than tieflings. I have this image of you, noob, basically doing your Dennis Hopper impression from Blue Velvet, just breathing deeply from an O2 mask. Your group is just a bunch of odd people. And that's not the characters, it's the players. The players are the odd people. 2 tieflings, a dwarf, a fae, and a changeling. Now, I'm interested in playing a changeling. Presumably you started prior to, like, the latest version with the Eberron book that just came out. How are they finding it, and have they made any changes to their character since the new one? Because there have been, like, minor changes to how they were designed, I think. Okay, right. Oh, we got a delivery. What's on the printer today? Some mushrooms, sure. Okay. You don't know yet. That feels like that sounds like the DM may be planning something. This is going to come and bite you in the ass when you least expect it. You're calling, but the god ain't answering. Oh, that's normally a bad sign. Unless they're one of those disinterested gods. Just blanking you till you're in tone. Yeah, when your god starts ghosting you, you know you done bad. Your changeling is just a grey human form, he said. He changes to a bear. Okay. Yeah, that's the docket for today, noob. The second game is actually got Twitch integration. So I don't know whether something specific shows up in chat where you can vote for stuff, or if it's an overlay or what. Well, I'd have to be an overlay, because I'd have to use an extension. But, yeah, you'll basically be able to give me buffs and weapon drops, and potentially, I think, like, enemies will basically be, their names will be pulled from chat. So, it's going to be an interesting one. And in your world, gods are said to be gone dead because people stopped giving a shit about them. Okay. I like that idea. Well, the idea is, gods basically get their power from faith and belief. So if nobody's worshipping them, then... So how hot is this? 126. Sounds like the game's a killing room. It's kind of similar, but it's action platformer and it's roguelite. The premise is you have like 18 minutes to live, and you've got to, like, as opposed to like a dungeon crawl, it's a dungeon ascension. You're climbing a building, like game of death type thing, fighting the bosses on each level, and it's just like frantic, brutal action, as far as I can tell. D&D's your cure for your depression. I mean, Law, you said it's been vaguely therapeutic for yourself, but at the moment, you're not playing it. That's the point. What are you going to be doing this evening? You're not playing it whilst you're in this, you're like low ebb at the moment, are you? Because you won't be able to appreciate it. Got bad to a point where I wasn't having fun anymore. Oh, okay. You're gonna shit yourself if Bard just comes and fucks up the party. You think it'd just be more Destiny 2? I mean, how is the Shadowkeep grind going? Well, it's not so much the grind yet. It's the campaign progression, but you know what I mean. Right, well, that is done. It's all wired up, so we should be able to start hoovering up lots and lots of ice. Theoretically. So, if we make... Oh, shit! How the hell did we get petroleum in our water supply? What the hell? How the hell did we get petroleum in the water supply? Hang on a second, I'm going to have to dial this back. When did that drop in? I have no idea how it even get in. So everyone's been drinking petrol, clearly. It's with null and ice. You've got antifreeze. Yeah, I mean, what are the rules on that? You know, you piss off a god enough that if you're a cleric... I mean, it makes sense with warlocks because it's a pact. There's a deal there, but clerics and paladins... I mean, I think there's rules for, like, breaking an oath with a paladin, isn't there? But is there anything for clerics that's, like... break alignment or piss off the god or something? I don't know. Loading Simulator 2019. Right, okay. No petrol in there. Right. Where the hell could it come from? Unless... somebody's not going to drop it in. Unless... this has accidentally been queued to, like, drop petrol? Oh no, that's the pitcher pump. It's not... okay, so how the hell did petroleum get in the system? We're going to have to keep an eye on that. I have no idea where it even come from. The only places where petroleum is being produced is... out of this, going into there, which, that's closed, and out of this, going into there. So it's not like it's being poured into a vat and being gobbled up. There's no petroleum in this, so it's not being sucked into that, certainly because this is not being pulled along at the moment. It's not like petroleum is any of these loops. At some point, we should run a campaign with our clericals. I've said I would like to maybe do like a D&D game for the Twitch channel. Open up to play with viewers, but also see if I can find some other streamers and content creators that would be interested. But it's just finding a DM. Because I have not got the confidence to run a game myself. I've played like 5-6 sessions of one campaign myself. So I really don't have enough about me to be able to DM one. With Val, she is a cleric that was in a Warlock S pack with Arcades. Okay, so there's something there. I guess if you pissed off a god enough, they would just take away your spells and, like, channel divinity. So you would still be alive, you'd still be able to wield weapons and that, but it would just be the magic element, you wouldn't be able to do anything. Priests have no problem pissing off their deity. Prime example being Durance in Pillars of Eternity refers to her as a whore and a bitch. Really? I mean, Pillars is another one of those, like, classic... well, it's not classic, but it's classic style CRPG, isn't it? That I would love to play as well. You're interested, but I was thinking of maybe our off-stream one as well. Again, but we still need a DM, though, don't we, Law, to run it? Sabian was an orphan that just was raised in Sanctuary, away from people. Ah, okay. Right, I'm just keeping an eye on this just to see when the Petrol starts. And how the hell it could get dropped into there. Because it's not... Because, I mean, the only places where petrol could also be produced is down here. And this is an outspout. So it's not going to get sucked back up. If it did get sucked up, it would be going to the oil. I've really no idea how petrol got in there. Pillars is worth playing for Durant's storyline alone. Ah, but in comparison to... Okay, the couple hundred hours we've already got in Divinity, how long, gameplay-wise, is Pillars in comparison? I would imagine it's pretty much the same kind of depth level. She's had her magic taken away because she didn't kill a guy. So, you know, fun times. So were you just, like, following the party at that point because you couldn't do a lot? Your in-game sister was jelly and made a pact with some indie of devil. Sabian had no idea. Oh, okay. Right. Let's sweep up some of this. You've always wanted to try DMing. So, how much experience have you got with... let's just reject. With D&D. How many different campaigns and games have you played in, and how many years under your belt? Same depth, but shorter overall. About 100 hours in your case. Okay. Oh, it's your first ever campaign? Oh, okay. So you're kind of like the rest of us then. You just, like, dipping your feet in. I mean, like I said, I would like to at some point, but I feel like I've got to play at least maybe 2 other campaigns and maybe 1 other, like, tabletop game, so I get, like, a general idea of, like, how different DMs act and how different GMs act, and just... I know I'd have to find my own style, but just to kind of get that frame of reference, play some different characters, know how, you know, different party compositions interact with one another, before I step behind the screen. That happened before she met the party and wasn't for long anyways. I think she got off lightly. Just 3 days. Yeah, that's the short penance period. You were preparing for a DMing for your friends, but they had no time. Your DM is also first timer. So what? As in, it's their first time DMing, or they just skipped the player phase and just went straight into the GM phase. $31. So yeah, we are losing. First time play. Well, props to them. I wouldn't even dare. They are a braver soul than I. So has your party, like, seen where they can push back? You know, see what they can get away with, or is the DM, like, ruling with an iron fist as well? Tip you read on the interwebs is that different type of magic will work differently. So divine is, yes, it is different to arcane. In your party, you only have 1 person that plays D&D, and we tied to derail. Okay. He's really prepared, is he? Like I said, props to them. Well, no petrol has shown up, and it was about this stage we noticed it, wasn't it? I'm just hoping it was like a weird peculiarity. Because I have no idea where petrol, of all things, could have got into the water system. Okay, right. If we turn the alarms on that, they should all just go and try and collect as much ice as possible, which there's plenty here! We get tons of ice. We should replenish our water supply somewhat. Also, on that note, I wonder, we can maybe cool down things in here a little by, what would it be? It'd be utility? Temp shift? Yeah, we can make temp shift out of ice, can't we? Yes, there you go. Nice. They should be able to pick up some ice here. That's not a problem. At one point, Dwarf and Changeling went into a tavern and started stirring up shit. The Changeling morphed into a into a bear. I almost read that as morphed into a beer in the middle of a racist. So how outspoken... I'm kind of thinking, like, the levels of animosity there are to, like, non-humans in, like, Witcher. Like... Are there, like, random witch burnings for, like, elves and changelings and dwarves and all that? Moved you closer to the main plot. Okay, it is a little like Witcher. Okay, right. Just make space for all the ice. Why are they using the ladder? This should surely be quicker. Okay, so maybe we will have to complete the loop for the tube. You didn't find any of that yet, but then again, you've not found any other race other than human and elf in the city. Oh, okay. They've bumped off every other race. Okay, that's probably enough for a while. Let's see if we can get these done. And in the meantime, I will figure out how we can complete this loop. Quite. Oh, we ran out. Okay, fine. We're going to need a bunch more plastic as well. It makes sense to have some kind of landing pad here for the transit system, doesn't it? So I'll do one of those as well. You're assuming Vel would be burned at the stake as a witch then? Live outside of the common places or dead? I mean, if it's similar to, like, you know, how the setup is in like, well, I guess mirroring like real world situations and something like in The Witcher, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a ghetto just outside the city limits or something like that. There's like some sort of shantytown on the outskirts where they're forced to live, or, you know, that's the only place they can set up homes and businesses and that. You just messaged your DM about it just now, and he said that we might be the last of our kind, and I hope he's kidding. Oh, wow. That is a little bleak, isn't it? Or at least in that part of the world. I can't imagine they've been wiped off the face of the world. It's just... Because are you on like a big continent, or is it like an island, or what? At least you have two tieflings. Two tieflings, male and female, but you're related. Yeah, okay. It's not good like scraping from the bottom of the gene pool, is it? Even with creatures born of the pit. Yeah, is it one of those things where, obviously, a human and an elf, you basically make a half-elf, but a human and a tiefling still makes a tiefling? That's intriguing, yes. Let the crossbreeding begin. You're in a continent that's been cut off from everything else. You're trying to connect it back to the grid. Oh, okay. Right, the water should turn on in a few moments. I think in the lore it makes sure the Infernal Pact legacy is always continued. Probably. That would make sense. Right, let's double check. There's no... Yep, no petrol in there still. I really don't know how that managed it. It's a case of it's your duty, Eris. It's the only way you can repopulate. If it has a heartbeat and is of childbearing age, it's all fair game. You know what your next character will be. Bard Rogue Tiefling. There we go. So have you guys got ideas for like characters you would like to play? I actually went through kind of wrote a list out of ones I have ideas for, like characters I'd like to play either mechanically or for like storytelling reasons. And I figured out the only only classes I don't have anything for is like Paladin or Rogue. I mean, I've got a few that, like, okay, I might, like, multi-class into a Warlock on there, or I might multi-class into a Ranger there. But there's two I have no idea what or how I would play a Paladin or a Rogue. I just got no hook there of, like, what I'd really like to do. Is that really not going to pump any water yet? You have a few ideas. You want to play a Tabaxi Monk of the Drunken Fist. There was a merchant and a Khajiit form elder. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I have got an idea for a Tabaxi, and would be kind of similar, but I want to make them a boxer. I just like the idea, instead of, because like the traditional like image of Tabaxi is like the kind of slender cat-like type thing. I want to make them basically a tiger, and I want to make them basically Mike Tyson. Heavyweight boxer type. But I would probably end up having to use something like Monk as a basis. Warlock from a cult whose patron let her escape said cult and keep her powers. She doesn't know why. Oh, okay. Of course, yes. He would have a lisp. I actually had the idea he would kind of like somewhere between like Tyson and Chris Eubank. So he would talk with the lisp, but he would also be quite into poetry as well, and just go around in like a top hat and like vest, butt ass naked apart from that, just wearing like the waistcoat. Not the brightest of sparks, shall we say. And this is probably before he started getting punched in the head. That's like one of those characters I can just see, right, they're just going to be purely that. There's like no like weird backstory. Nope, they're just a boxer. I guess if I ever played them and they got into like late game, it'd probably be tough, because all they could do is hit things with their fists. But still, you also had the idea from Minotaur Paladin of Vengeance, last of his tribe, but he's a bit on the chubby side, and isn't really a good fighter. Oh, he's just charismatic as all hell. Yes. Should probably be Tiefling or Fallen Asimar. Or however it's spelled. I always want to call them ASMR. And that immediately makes me think they would all just talk in a very husky voice, straight into, like, the microphone. No, well, this is slowly getting done. I guess we didn't get any more plastic yet. Nope. It's going to take a while. A bard human that once screamed at a goblin, the goblin just died. Just give a goblin a heart attack. I mean, was the goblin so enamored by them that the heart just gave out? It was like pure lust and love that did it? Or, just pure fear? They just terrified them to death. Right. Still just water in there. Good. I think it must have been like a weird bug. Something like Wild Magic Bard. How would that even work? I've only just started like reading up on like the wild magic stuff. Because isn't it like just weird shit can happen? Is it whenever you cast a spell because you're tapping into something? I haven't really thought about other classes. I like the idea of having a character that has a greater power telling them what to do, messing around with the dynamics of the relationship pact thing. Yeah, I mean, if that's something you feel like you can tap into and it gives you like infinite kind of like resources, but I like the idea of being able to maybe like try out different play styles. This is why I'm kind of struggling with the ideas of I guess Paladin Warlock, because they place fairly similarly, don't they? Because you're basically giving yourself over to another power. I don't know how I would play that. I'm just about managing it with my cleric, but my cleric isn't particularly devout or anything like that. And the god is pretty uncaring as well. So there's no like real relationship there, I guess. They died of fear then. Definitely fear. Also had the idea of a Goliath rogue. Or Goliath Rouge, apparently. That is bad at stealth. He's just intimidating. I mean, sometimes it's good to like pick a race or like a stereotype that is completely against type for the class. You know, you basically what's the biggest, like, scariest thing I can play, and then try and make them a rogue that's supposed to sneak around. Or, you know, try and make them, like, a diplomatic kind of charismatic bard or something, but they're just terrifying to look at. There feels like there's a lot of very fun RP opportunities there. Sorcerer tiefling that thinks he's a warlock. Interesting. So the power is actually coming from in them, but they think it's like being provided by some weird elder god instead. Yeah, I can see you having fun with that. I mean, there is a reason why the god my character's following did give them their powers, but they're just kind of like, because I mean, it's even in the description for the god that they are like they're an old school god. They're not like new gods. They're supposed to be like almost like primordial. They're almost like just like giant god-sized fire elemental. But because of like my character's fascination with fire, they managed to make a connection with them. But it's not like the god really feels the need to get involved. What about a necromancer who thinks they're a cleric or vice versa? Now, I did have a vague idea for like a very off-kilter kind of cleric idea in which you're actually undead. I don't know how it would work and whether I'd have to like come up with like some kind of homebrew race, in fact. I like the idea of like being a cleric that is in fact a ghost. This is how they can like resurrect souls and tap into like heal people by basically tapping into energies from like beyond the ether. but they are incredibly weak. They're basically a ghost. They can possess a body, but the body has got like a stupidly small amount of hit points. As a ghost, they can float around, but they can't do anything. So they have to keep like bouncing from body to body. There is a race called Revenant, human but dead. Yeah, I'd heard something about that, but I feel like I might have to use something like that as a basis. But I just like this idea of, like, a god has pulled this person back from the land of the dead to be their cleric, but they didn't provide them with a body. So they have to go around, like, hopping from body to body. Because, you know, in a fight, they're bound to go down pretty quickly. Hopefully the rest of the party can, like, kill somebody else on the battlefield, they can get another body to carry on, but, you know, a lot of their spell casting, you would actually need to have hands to actually wave them around to cast spells, so, but I can see there being, like, interesting things you could, like, purposely give up that body if you needed to go and, like, recce something, and be like the scout, that you wouldn't be able to be touched as a ghost, and you could float through walls, but the trade-off is you wouldn't be able to do much else either. With Vel, it's the opposite. Her goddess is actively involved, probably to make sure she actually does what she's told. Well, didn't you say, like, Vel is almost like legacy cleric to the goddess, because weren't her parents? So it's almost like the god is looking after you, but also torturing you, because the parents also abandoned that god or something. There's a very strange relationship going on there. So this is Go on stream, don't fail me today. Why has it been failing you, Hoki? Also, hi. How are we? Probably would work with the eviler god, you know. Give them life, but fuck them over at every... Yeah, I feel like it would be something like that. Right, so no Petrol has shown up in there, so it had to have been a weird bug. That's all I can hope for. No, there's nothing running behind there. Nope, good. Or just a very forgetful god. I might have forgot something. Yeah, a body. Videos are freezing all the time now while I got GOG and Poe running. Oh, okay. Oh, GOG... Galaxy 2, the like the one that allows you to like put all your clients together and launch them all together. As I said, I'm intrigued by it, but I don't know whether I trust putting all eggs in one basket. I'm just vaguely paranoid giving like one company access to all my accounts. I mean, technically they don't have access, but there is, you know, it's reading APIs and things like that, but I'm not sure. But I like the idea of the convenience of basically just having one client open and it launches everything else. That's the point. Couldn't they just magic them up, one up, when they remember? I don't know. I feel like it would be more fun. You'd probably have to write a reason around it, but I don't know how it would work. But I feel like there is a fun element there. You just got the beta access. 'Cause I mean, yeah, it's still in beta, but They're progressing along because they've had like some major updates to it, haven't they? You want to play a druid goblin that works in the zoo and no one knows that he's a humanoid? He's just in a cage. Alright, you're going to give me access to the button? Still not. No plastic. Okay. Thanks and all for resurrecting me, but fuck you for not giving me a body. Yeah, but I figured it'd be like something like they were like died hundreds of years ago, and they probably don't even know who they were. And that I feel like there's an opportunity there to like have them try and discover something about themselves, but because they were of a different age, they are like person out of time as well as out of body. The only idea a class you have no idea for is a fighter, because it's boring. I've got a couple of ideas for a fighter. One specifically for like because they got the newer variant stuff. I had the idea for I wanted to play like a hard-boiled cop type character, which might end up being like somewhere between a fighter and a ranger, but basically make them a like former soldier turned cop. But the other one, basically because of the new stuff, I want to make a like Viking shield maiden, which could have been a paladin at one point, but with the new stuff, there's that rune knight one. I like the idea of like this Viking, like Valkyrie kind of character that just carves runes into like a shield and a sword and things like that. I feel like that could be fun. Sorcerer human that is a lich. He got bored of being a bad guy and he wants his life back. Oh, the regrets. That could be fun. Gruff accent, drinks whiskey straight out of the bottle. Yeah. They could be drinking out of the bottle during battle even as well. Also, why is there no sound effect ding for that? There we go. I was going to say, I saw it pop up, but no sound effect and no announcement. Thank you, Dan Knix, for the resubscription. 5 months. Welcome back. Wee-oo! Okay. Maybe we should get this bit done. Let's see if we can turn up the wick on this. Then I can start carving into this, sucking all the oil into this bit. Actually, it makes me think, maybe we should move that down. I guess if it floods, it doesn't matter because it'll pour back down into this. This is why I wanted to connect it up, because, I mean... is there a better way of doing this? Oh, actually, if we did something like... that. Lose you. Warlock Halfling, that got his power because his patron was drunk and gave it power for fun. Sees 4K stream mails. Maybe I should delete all the old stuff. Wow, okay. All the typos. delete that, do these. Connect that up. This should start pumping soon, surely. We cool down that water. Apparently it started warming up again in here. Unless we pumped some. Yeah, we might have pumped some, that's why it warmed back up. Okay. Yeah, it's hot at this end, so we must have pumped some. There you go, we'll do that. One typo I did, the other one you was just misreading. Yeah, it just 4K stream mails. I don't know what the mail as in post. How can you stream post? You low-key want to make a character who's married to the... That would be intriguing. That would also be a very fucked up, like, relationship dynamic as well, wouldn't it? It's a case of you don't want, like, have, like, fighting spouse. Yeah, that would be very... When it's good, it's great. When it's bad, ooh. Oh, his emails. Okay, emails are coming in 4K. So basically the text is tiny, is it? Is that it? A rogue that is just a board team that is doing everything for a dare. Frat boy it, yeah. I can see that. I can see that. So that ice we collected. Wonder where it is on melting. One of them's minus 10 degrees. So slowly. Okay, we do need to be concerned that power might go out. I mean, these are all running. I guess as long as this runs, we should be okay. But there's nothing in the batteries at the moment. Sir, you have a serious art issue putting it where it's not supposed to be. I'm always putting it where it shouldn't be. Wait, no. No, never admit that. Honey, you forgot to do the dishes. Booming voice from the heavens or something. No, you do the dishes on Fridays. Ranger with a lazy eye that somehow hits his targets, but also is mentally sick and sees everyone as his target. Okay, right, we want to plumb that bit in. Just a couple bits more of cabling, and we should be good. Just assuming that's how the argument would go. And no, if you're not married. I mean, it would be like the small, like, little, like, annoyances, and they would just build up, and then it would turn into a full-blown argument where, like, the heavens may shake. There's a lot of fuck I've done character ideas that you have. I wanted to play D&D for almost 5 years before you got to play it. Yeah, just imagine what would happen if they divorced. Yep. Like I said, I have a bunch of ideas. It's just opportunities to play them, isn't it? Right, hopefully that should start flowing more or less immediately once that's made. I would presume this is going to start working just as soon as you're done. There you go, yeah, figured. Putnam are the patron and the gods that got divorced. Oh, hang on a second. Why is that? Ah, we got breakages. Well, in that case, we're not producing air or anything, are we? Where are the breakages, then? These broke? Why did these break? That should be powered up. Okay, well... This is important stuff that needs to get done straight away, and this is all, like, level 9 shit. Oh, it's the power going down, maybe causing issues. I don't know why it's breaking. Oh, so these should all be high priority as well. Oh, no wonder we can't go outside because no power. Well, we're going to get very sick. There's coal in the system. This needs to get turned on. We should start having power come through. Come on, enable the building again now. There you go. Also imagine when the patron wants one thing of them and the god wants the exact opposite. That would be a fun dilemma. Like when a parent asks whether your favourite accept much higher stakes. Why is the power down there? No power. Okay, right. Hopefully we can survive. What was it until level cycle 68, I think it was? 5.5 more cycles, yeah. It's because it's your new favorite character. You have to play this one now. Okay, am I actually shifting that oil across? We are indeed good. Okay, right. She's going to get very thin soon. All this needs to get fixed pretty damn quickly. Have them patch that lot up. Hopefully the water stops moving again. Why is the water not moving? Why is the... Is this the petroleum that's got in it? How the hell did petroleum get in the system? How the hell did petroleum get in the system? It happened again. I don't know where it's coming from. This is what's broken things. Okay, let's go back. So it's been like the last couple of cycles. Things have gone off the rails here. Yep, they're determined to have me drink petrol and now breathe it, apparently. There is no way for petrol to get into the system. All I can think is, like, there's a weird bug where when it's like the transition between day and night and day, there's that long pause. Maybe just because there's some pipes crossing one another, one goes off the edge. Was that farting or fasting, Fluffy? There's one, maybe too many letters in there. Oh, it's the farting the gas. Okay. Come on. I don't know how it... Because there's only two places where we're turning oil into petrol. And they're closed systems. Because it's obviously got a... It's coming in here, because it's like floating around this point. So it's coming through this water pipe. And like I said, the only places where petrol is being produced is from that into that. And that into that. So I'm just wondering if there's like a weird bug. Because no, they don't even cross. I don't know where the petrol is coming from. This is a sign telling you the dupes should drink and breathe petrol. Yeah. They're looking for ways to kill themselves, clearly. Yeah, this is all just water going through here. We're going to have to keep an eye on this, but I don't know how the hell it's getting into the system. Power's gone out. Somebody crank that. Also, we should be... Oh, no, this still needs to get done. Okay, so yeah. That is getting deconstructed. Okay. I'm just going to keep a beady eye on this, make sure... It's not like we've got frozen petroleum, either, and that's suddenly melting. We've got some damaged pipes. So, we have got some damage going through here. Yeah, where the hell's the petroleum coming from? There's tiny grams worth of petroleum in the system somehow. I don't know where the hell it's... I mean, if I could figure out where it's coming in, I would take care of it. Where the hell is it coming from? This is... I'm basically going to have to start from this stop of this cycle and just see where it first introduced into... Because we can see it's coming in from here somewhere. This is where it's getting introduced. This is where it's breaking this. But it's coming back into the water supply from that point. So how's it getting in over here? Let's load back in. Try and figure this shit out. Yeah, because I can cause a break in the pipe, and then as it all like holds in the system there, we can use a plumber to pull it out. But it's knowing where it's being introduced and where it's accumulating from. That's going to be the problem. If we know it's in this cycle, we can quickly put a filter into the system that will flush it out. It's just trying to figure out how the hell could it got in there? Because there's no way. It's a closed water loop. I have no idea how it could even get in there. The fact that it's such low amount makes me think it's... Also, why did we go to 63? No, we were wanting 61. Where... Try that again. Because we were seeing that it was like 80 grams. That's almost reminiscent of it coming through the cooling loop on the other side of the base. But I don't know how it's even getting in on that side, because there's definitely no oil or petroleum production on that side. Apparently it just can spontaneously appear in the piping for some reason. Come on. Let's go faster. Like I said, we are getting to that point where I feel like, okay, well, this was our, like, warm-up starter base, getting back into the swing of things. We might actually start destroying it soon. Though I want to be the one to destroy it, not some weird quirk where the plumbing goes awry. Though I feel like it's not the plumbing, it's... There's a bug or something? Okay, let's just follow all the piping. Yeah! Spontaneously, there's some petroleum in here. So this is just spontaneously appeared in the piping at the transition from day to night. As you have no experience in this game, I can only agree. Yeah, I mean, there is no way petroleum can get into this system. So there's a bug causing all this to appear. Right, is there anybody outside? We need to break one of these pipes very, very quickly. What would be the quickest way? Right, that should... Right. When this all backs up, we can pull this out of the system. But I have no idea how it got in. There is no way it could get into the system other than it just spontaneously appearing. Never use petrol to cool it. Always used water. It's only ever been water running through these pipes. Also, greetings penalty box. So it's just spontaneously appeared. Shit, it's going into there as well. Well, these are all empty. Water, 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 water. I wonder if it's just a weird bug because I've got mods on. Because it's literally it suddenly appears at the transition from day to night, and we know that's where, like, it freezes and loads and shits happens. I'm going to need to get around there quicker and break one of the pipes before I can get into our drip feeding cooling tank. Let's try this again. We need to get this out of the system. So if it's just going to, you know, occasionally spontaneously appear, there's more than a problem here. This is like, we can't just keep a beady eye on the water supply because it can happen whenever day breaks, apparently. I'm just trying to wrap my brains how it could even... Because there's no way it could get into the system. Never run oil through the refinery. Oil, petrol, whatever. We've never had an oil or petrol pipe overlap with a water pipe. Well, yeah, we've got water and oil pipes overlapping, but we're using bridges for them. There's no way it could get into the system other than it's bugged. So this is the default save point at that point in the day, and it's not here this time. It's not there. Because it was along this point, wasn't it? Oh no, there it is. But can't tell when it's out this far. Okay, if I deconstruct that. Very, very high priority. Somebody get round there. Toot sweet. Okay, right. It will all accumulate there. We will be able to drain it all out. but I have no idea how it even got into the system. Alright, so there's some petroleum in here somewhere. Well, I guess if we just break this... There's 10 kilos collected. That's going to spill out, but it's not going to spill into something where water's being collected or anything, so... Also, whilst we're low on power, let's disable this building as well. Yeah, whilst we wait for our gas to come back. That is really weird. That is... In all the hours we've spent playing this, that is the strangest thing I've ever had happen. Just petrol spontaneously appearing in a water pipe. The fact that it's exactly 10 kilos. $10 kilos of petroleum. It's like just dropped a block of petroleum into the pipe. It was in 320 packets, but it's like just like there. Maximum we can fit in a pipe at one point. At least it didn't spontaneously combust. Yeah, there is that. Oh shit, we're gonna have water. Okay. Can we remove with some speed, please? Right. So this should be just water in here then, after all that. Yeah, it's going to freeze and break the pipe, but that's because it's below zero and it's suddenly stopped moving. That I can understand. Gotta look on the bright side of life. Yeah, well, we know it's going to keep breaking because of the cold damage. If we can get this done, I guess, quicker. Right. Look, just water now. No problems. No weird, spontaneous petroleum products. That was very odd. So we should continue to have oxygen. We're not going to break these pipes because everything gets backed up. So is that fully flowing? I thought... But... No, out of obsidian just because it's all going to get a tad warm down here. Okay, right. Disaster averted? I guess we'll find out if suddenly, on that transition, as more petroleum found its way into the system. Nope. At least it doesn't look like it. So now, why is it not passing through there? Huh. It's now completely ignoring that as a route. Okay, weird things happening. Crisis is over, mostly. We should have packets of water flowing through both ways. Okay, the game is basically trying to confound me now, isn't it? Then again, this game is just non-stop crises, yes. I'm going to keep a beady eye. Definitely looks like it's all blue dots, but I don't know why it's not passing through there. If it's not petrol in water, it's a dupe trying to off themselves via sheer stupidity. Yep, pretty much. Okay, now that's all rigged up, I guess we can start carving out some of this lot. In fact, I guess we can just take all of that for now. So how are we doing with this lot? I guess we'll know when we can finish rigging this lot up when all this plastic is done. Ooh, delivery for us. Sure, we'll take some gold. Yeah, it's still all blue dots. Looks like some people have let some gas leak in. Right. Oh, Arsenic coming in with the host. Welcome, buddy. How's Outer Worlds been? Okay, Okay, we've got a bit of damage in the pipe. Do we know why that is? Oh no, it's in the air pipe, isn't it? That's not an issue. Exhausting? Wow, has it been taking it out of you? I will say, I've only played what? We've done what? 2-3 sessions on Outer Worlds, but we're now giving Saturday over to it. It's going to be a new permanent feature on the docket. So I'm looking forward to that. You enjoyed it, but it's just want it over now. Oh, okay. As in frustrated, want it over, or you just want to get to the end? You're desperate to see the end? Why the desperation? Also, I mean, treat it... See, because I presume you've played at least some of, like, the Fallout games? How do you feel it compares? Just made you jump? Why? Did I suddenly say something too loud for you, Law? Was it the sudden burst of excitement? Or was it the sound effect of the host? Okay, still just water in the pipe. Automation wiring's getting done. That'll get turned on at some point as well. Oh, it's the sound effect. I was nodding off and it came out of nowhere. Okay, we're starting to take damage to the air pipes. I'm not sure why. Overloading? I guess it could be the power dipping and that. Okay, it could be that's causing a few issues. So it could, yeah, it could be there's the cabling that's going. I don't know why it's drawing more than 1,000 watts. You enjoy Fallout, but I give it into your desire to explore far too much and lose track of... Ah, it's because there's too much there. You want it to be a little more directed, so you don't go off the beaten track and get lost and just lose hundreds of hours of your life doing menial tasks. Right, I see that, yeah. Okay, we're going to push some carbon dioxide in, but that's not too bad. I don't know why the power load has suddenly gone up. Is something else drawing off power at the moment? Let's patch these up. Let's see. Right, we only need to wait 5 more cycles before we get gas power back. Okay, this is empty at the moment, so if we suddenly have petrol spontaneously appear in it, we know we have a problem. Because that's turned off, so there should be nothing pass through this system anytime soon. So if there's suddenly petrol gets into the system on there, it's just spontaneously appearing. Outer World has grabbed you a little better because everything is confined. I don't know what you're aiming for. You've had your eye on it for a Christmas present. I mean, from what I've played so far, like I said, we've literally just gone to, like, the next world, which is, like, the space station. We did everything on, like, the first planet. So we've spent a few hours in it. I kind of like just hitting things in the face with a large axe that vibrates. The gunplay seems pretty solid. I mean, if you're a fan of Fallout games, the first-person Fallout games, not the 1 or 2, but if you're a fan of those, it could well be up your street, Law. Yeah, I don't know what's suddenly making the power fluctuate. I know we're not on, like, a solid supply. Okay, we just had a transition. No petrol has suddenly appeared in the pipework. Doesn't appear to be, no. Well, hope it stays that way. And by Christmas present, I presume that's a Christmas present to yourself, Law, is it? Or were you planning on giving it to somebody else and then just, like, maybe invite yourself to join them? Oh, no, you did say for moi. Okay, sorry, I missed that bit. Haven't played any of the Fallout games, but they've always been interesting to you. Like the idea of having a character you can create and choices matter most of the time. Most of the time, yeah. I'm going to turn that on as well. Okay, let's... Hey, Sock Fiddler. How's Thursday treating you? It is Thursday today, isn't it? Please remind me, are we actually here? What's going on? Right, with the water draining out this, I feel like it's time to maybe box this up. This is your reality. I reject your reality and substitute my own. Time gets wibbly wobbly, does it? Okay, right. Well, we know oil's passing through here. Yes, we did dig that up, so that's fine. This really needs to get done. Go on. So I'm going to go fix that. Both of these, in fact. I mean, there's not the wrong gas passing through these, is there? It could be, yeah. We're getting a bit of airflow through them because it's backing up somewhat. Yeah, we're getting some natural gas in there as well. Okay. Okay, so the pressure should equalize again. Right, it is just hydrogen there now, so that should be fine. This one has got some oxygen in there, so this one's going to break a bit as well. Okay, so for some reason... This should stop flowing, which will mean this readjusts itself. Regardless, this is getting annoying now. There more and more problems seem to be occurring now for no apparent reason. Life is good. Potential TMI coming. I've had the worst 4 months, but shocked life plot twist. Yesterday, it all suddenly ended with some ludicrously good news. So I repaid friends, brought Prosecco and rum, and celebrated. I think I'm going to carry on celebrating now. I mean, rum will solve all your problems. Saw I was online, so I thought you'd pop by for more, not about to end the stream time. Yes, I mean, you're going to get a good chunk of the stream showing up now. It's backing up because this isn't flowing. This needs to go quicker. If they move that around, we should have this stop backing up. Hopefully. Right, yeah, that's backing. Stop backing up. Cancel that. And the power went down? Why did the power go down? There should be power going... Let's see. Right. Air stops moving through there. That trips back on. This all gets powered up. Unless there's no power in the system. Shit. And how the hell did we manage to break the entropy machine? Okay. Weird things are happening today. This is like... How many times have we had to restart this? Sad you had 4 months of shit, but glad it's got better. It really did. Epic financial issues, not of your own making, suddenly resolved. So yeah, that does sound like a reason to break out the rum. Make sure the money troubles disappear in the bottle of a bottle. Yeah, your depression's kicking your ass, kicking you in the face, in fact. Not just kicking your ass, kicking you in the face. That's when it's really bad. Slowly getting it sorted. Into the void. I can entirely and completely understand. Yeah. As we've said before, Law, anytime you need to chat, you know where we are. But hopefully those therapeutic, you know, not exactly self-imposed walks are helping, as well as, you know, having the opportunity to speak with professionals and whatnot. And the fact that your school's actually taking care of you by actually, you know, allowing you to take the time and slowly, gradually allow you back into, you know, sort the schedule around your needs. The void is a scary place. You much prefer the abyss. So much more homely. Right, okay. we need to go back one more cycle, I think. Figure out what the hell keeps breaking our shit. Time is so important. There's so much pressure, and it's so hard to schedule recovery. Yes, yes. I mean, the fact is, I actually, for like first time in a while, took a break from the stream. What was it? A couple of weeks ago, just because I needed to clear my head. It wasn't like stress or depression or anything like. It was just like, okay, I just need to take a little time just to clear my head, and just realign some shit. You saw that just as you joined, yeah. I'm just hoping we can sort out whatever issues are here. Otherwise, we are probably starting the new base sooner than I anticipated, because I don't know what the hell's causing things to break today. It just seems to be having weird issues. This has got to be, what, the 4th or 5th time we've loaded like one of the autosaves because something's gone awry? I mean, I think the wrong gases in the pipes here is part of the norm. It's not like spontaneously appeared like the Petrol did. If we do that, then we will make it a priority as well. Let's get the bad gas out of there, shall we? Right. So we should just have hydrogen go through. These won't break. That won't break. Right. It looks like it's just O2 going through now. So that should be all fixed now. Patch up these machines. Wait 4 more cycles, and hopefully no petrol has appeared out of nowhere. Good, no petrol there. Still waiting on that to get completed. Yep. Really? Why is there still... Jeez. Fine. And this is, once again, a high priority. Get done. There you go. You know, I see people prioritize taking care of themselves, especially in Twitch environment, where people tend to forget that they have to look after themselves as well as manage and grow a community. Yeah, it is important to take some time for self-care and that. But it was like reasonably good timing as well, because I basically assigned it for a week when I knew there was not going to be any new releases or anything like that, and we actually had to cover and stuff like that. So it comes to something when you schedule your self-care time. Right. It does... Oh no, there's a bit of oxygen in there. We're still going to keep breaking shit. But this should carry on flowing now. Looks like it's just hydrogen in there now. I guess we can look like that. Yes. Right. Things should stop breaking now, hopefully. This comes back online in 3.8 cycles time. Still waiting on this lot. Awaiting gold. Is it because we're completely out of refined gold? No, we've got plenty of it. That's not a thing. Hit the times when you know you're going to worry about it the least. Yeah. Let's see if they actually want to turn that thing on. No, they walk straight past it. So you have a question, go ahead. Right. Apparently we're running off just 2 coal generators because nobody else can be asked to power anything else up, it looks like. Does just look like hydrogen's going in there. Yes. Let's turn the alarms off. Where's that last yellow alert? That one? There you go, right. So, you found your channel after a friend who knows me altogether too well found naked playthrough of Lords of the Fallen. Oh yeah, I remember the I was going to say message, but it was more like an essay you wrote when you joined the Discord. I'm having adored poor grunty meat sack for some time sent it me. Was all, this is hilarious and felt compelled to come and find about you. It seems that I might have been a different person. Yeah, it's because when we did, what was it, Lords of the Fallen, it was Toby that did that. So Kilobit started as a magazine show. I was the producer, editor, cameraman, everything else. And then we had 3 presenters on camera. And they all did the main magazine show at presenting. And they also did some reviews, some Let's Play stuff and that. But obviously all those guys over the years went and got, you know, other jobs, real life and all that. No, you're not crazy after all. But Toby now works for a developer not far from here, about 20 miles down the road. The ones that are... they do... Vietnam Rising Storm. So he's working for them. And then other ones like Fran moved over to Norway and is Twitch streamer. She does a lot of stuff with Gwent. I'm trying to think who else. Who else and what they're doing. My brain's drawing a blank at the moment. It's probably having to deal with crises is the sent me doolally. He picked up a... I will do. No worries. Right. Look who's going through there. Right. This can get switched on as well. Okay. Does look like this is cooling down a little bit. Good. There we go, open these doors. Very important life update. One of the dogs has joined you on the sofa. Is it time for cuddles? Surely that will help you feel a little easier. Unless they decide to, like, sit on you in the most uncomfortable position and then you can't move. Then that can get awkward. Okay, sounds like I had a delivery. Right. Wheeze. Sure. All the cuddles. There we go. Right. Very little power being wasted. That means we are coming in under budget. Good, more than enough oil. And okay, that's just going to carry on producing. Okay. What else were we waiting on? Okay, we were waiting on this to get completed. Hoover up more ice. I need more plastic in order to actually lay out where we want this network to go, don't we? I guess I could do the power to that. Oh, steel? No. Out of gold amalgam would be fine. There you go. Come on. Okay, good. Paranoid now that we're going to suddenly have petrol appear. Nope. We look like we're okay. Hang on a second. Okay, for some reason it wants to back up there. Fine, I guess. It's cycling, I guess. That's fine. It's good flow of water. Air's being produced. Grumpy old pooch hugs, but I mean, it's all the same. Okay, we were... Yes, we were going to box this off. That was probably in between one of those saves, wasn't it? You watch. Somebody's going to box themselves in there. I'm calling it now. Right. Okay, all that's working, all that's working. This is... should start flowing momentarily, hopefully. Maybe we could set this to 21. It never seems to actually want to go below 20. And... what else? Okay, we're carving out this. Try and get as much oil as we can as well. Yeah, our supply of oil shouldn't run out anytime soon. So we've got that. So we've got oil, coal when they need it. We're getting gas back in 2 cycles' time. It's just the supply of water I'm really concerned about. But whilst we wait, I might just take a slightly earlier break, go grab myself some coffee or something. Because I think we've reached a stage where it's ticking over. I don't know whether to let it keep running, considering the issues we've had. I don't want, like, spontaneous petroleum products getting into the system whilst I'm not keeping an eye on the ball. But we will take a break. I will go grab some coffee. So, let's at least throw a save here, just in case anything goes awry. If it wants to work. Did that just... I think that's one. That was an autosave. Did it not actually save? Try that again. Come on. Tell me you want to work. It's kind of cute. Ever since I've been really low, he's kind of started to jump on the sofa with you and just be there. It's really sweet. Ah, he knows. Okay. Well, we'll actually keep it paused whilst we take our break. So I'm going to chuck a mark in here. Whatever was breaking it was odd. If it's illegal, it has your seal of approval. Or the work of the background game until the factions fall apart. Then you profit by picking up side and shoot. Yep, yeah, that's it. Let the big, like, corporations or galaxies or kingdoms or whatever war. You're just there to, you know, war profiteering is a thing. It's a legitimate business, surely. Right. Okay. Is everything going to break? Building's broken. Well, it's not any of our buildings. Good. No spontaneous petrol? Good. Right. Exactly how hot is this? Let's once again just put a few of these in here. They seem to help. There you go. Hey, Sienna, how are we? Honestly, you could try to have some kind of moral qualms about it, but mostly I enjoy flying so close to someone. I can see the glint of their my lights in their sunglasses, then shooting them until I can fly through their exploding death. I mean, everyone needs a dream. And see, it sounds like you've managed to capture your dream. You also want to be stupidly rich, so mining. Okay, right. Weren't we opening this up? Building a box around this, yes. Morals are best when they're incredibly loose, yes. This whole, like, black and white society, you know, it's in those shades of greys where the profit is to be found. 1.2 cycles, okay. Everyone has their own game they're unnaturally good at. Shooting things in the face is yours. I'm not going to argue, but I'm also not going to hurry towards an evening of mining. You're doing good. Tea and baby are set for the morning. Going to be able to have some time to work tonight. How is the production line for all the soaps going? Have you had your, like, big... So weren't you, like, doing a huge batch up for some kind of, like, craft Christmas fair or something, wasn't it? And did you manage to get everything sorted for then? Or is it these, like, just Christmas orders? You've got a backlog you needed to work through. And by saying the baby is set, is there a Disney movie on the telly? And she quite happy and contented there. The fair was good, but you're prepping for the next one. Okay. Oh, you managed to get your sunglasses back. Right. There is a Disney Plus movie. Oh, there you go. Disney Plus is now like the go-to, is it? Hours of back catalogue for her. It's pretty great, actually. It's not just a tentacle, it's a badass tentacle. Well, I mean, here in Blighty, we have to wait another 5 months? 4 months? No, it'd be 5 months. I think it's March it's supposed to arrive. So it's going to take a while before I can see for myself. So, what is the overall temperature in here? 48, 47. Okay. Well, that can get shut down because there's no more gas here for us to mess with. We have got power to that. We're still waiting on plastic, which I guess we can start concentrating on again once we've got our gas supply back. You're pissed at Netflix, though. Just yesterday made an app update making it so that the show you're hovering over. Also, thank you for the sub there, Sock. You're hovering over now takes up 70% of the screen, so browsing isn't a thing anymore. Well, I mean, they don't want you to browse. They just want you to play the thing that they're, like, trailing front and center because it's normally their own property and they don't have to divide the profits with any other company. You're gonna do it! You're gonna do it! Well, enjoy the emotes there. You can touch things and let the tentacles slowly caress you in however you want. Don't tempt fate, Law. Don't tempt it. You haven't stooped to the Amazon Prime status yet. Well, it's one of the emotes. It's one of the emotes. You can touch all the things. Definitely not going to be any germs down here. I wanted that one, in fact. Right, like I said, we should have oil for days, hopefully. Hopefully get a bunch more plastic so we can finish off our transit tube loop. Tempting Fate is one of your middle names? I mean, I could imagine, just speaking with you, that Tempting or Fate could, either of them could actually be your middle name. Your middle name is Don't Touch That! Yes, we're finally delivering that last bits of plastic. Though we have no additional, so I can't fill in any gaps. Your father-in-law's favourite joke for his dog is that she thinks her name is Bella. No. Oh, it's puffing out again. Dormancy in 38 cycles. Good, right, we're back on the gas. I guess that means I can turn this thing back on. Hopefully we're not going to have any spontaneous petrol appear. Hope not anyway. Squirt in an extra bit of water. Okay, that can go back on auto. And what else, what else, what else? Okay, that's all capped off now. That's, we don't have to worry about. It's going to basically drown itself. So we've got enough water to supply this and down there as well for a while. How are we actually doing for CO2 in here? 13 kilos, 11 kilos, and in the base, it's actually pretty thin. Okay. Oh, and a delivery! Fertilizer or Shine Nymph? We'll take the fertilizer. Law Tempting Fate. I mean, it's gonna be a thing now. It's no longer be law. It's just gonna be law tempting or law fate. Friend's son used to introduce himself as Oi. He was like 3 and much beloved. Abandonment issues. The dog's going, no, I need to, go stretch my legs. Maybe it's just telling you you need to get up and move around a little bit. Then they'll come back and snuggle. Both of you Who can't have two middle... I mean, what is it, like the royal family has like 36 different middle names, don't they? Okay, nothing else seems to be breaking over here, which is a good thing. You have to get out from under your blanket. Prince Andrew's middle name apparently is "Don't touch that." Yeah, surprisingly. Who would have thought? No, it should be more like "Don't say that." It's because you're special, Sienna. You get to have link powers. We're gonna... I guess... cutting along here probably be a good idea. That should... net us some extra. Unless there's, like, lava coming up at this point, then we will basically burn ourselves to death. But I think we're safe. You wouldn't do shady stuff with that power. The power. The... Sorry. And that's why I can't trust you. Okay, what was I doing? I don't know. We've gone off on so many tangents today. We've not had to restart in like 5 minutes, so that's a good thing. Okay, let's nudge up the production on this, I guess. It's already at a 7. Let's move this up to an 8. Then that should automatically produce more plastic. So we can carry on filling out this lot. There's absolutely no reason not to trust you. Double check to see if it's set to... I mean, is it what kind of network is it using? I mean, it might be one of those you'll have to toggle for international. Because my sister does some stuff with like Etsy and things like that, and I think she's got hers set to domestic only or something. So it depends on what like the overall like store vendor thing is set to. Yeah, it could be defaulted to domestic. Okay, right. Apart from slowly dehydrating. Using Shopify, okay. Okay, now we're back to normal service with this going. We should also be moving water around. Yes, it is just water, not anything else. I don't know why it's going in through the top now. Why it's bypassing that. What if I was to shove one of those in there? Let's see if this helps. So yeah, we're just waiting on plastic. I guess we can just carry on carving out supplies. Come on. Thank you. Okay, right. Oh, hang on a second, that's why. There is a polluted water vent there. Let's not bother digging around that. Oh, and this was the Iron Volcano. I am Iron Man. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Let's try that again. Shopify sounds like an off-brand of Spotify. Just feel like should point that out. If only you could set a playlist for people to listen to whilst they shop. Like all 90s. Yes, I mean, it would be like going to, like... Well, I mean, any shop. They just have, like, the worst taste in music, normally. It's normally what they can get the rights to. Right, hopefully we can start carving out some of this lot. You're good at it, are you, Death? You like that one? It's creepy looking, that's why you named it that. Which one was that? Cthulhu... I never do Cthulhu's surname. Artisan Soap. Okay. Well, we've been having a few issues today with what's the name? Oni. It's been doing weird things like spontaneously placing petrol in our water system, which was a little disconcerting to say the least. But it seems to have somehow stopped misbehaving. But it doesn't mean I'm feeling any better about the fact that we have no water. Would it be another incredibly comfy blanket, Law? No? You ended up looking like tentacles in the water, so you went with it. I like it. Right. Okay, well, at least we got some water flow. All praise Cthulhu! Let's face it, Cthulhu with those tentacles is the coolest of the ancient ones. You need a little more oxygen and not polluted oxygen, but it seems to work. Yeah. Right. I mean, there's a lot of water here, but I can't really use it because it's 65 degrees and it would cook all our plants. I'm going to have to figure out how the design of those steam... Was it steam turbine / aqua tuner heat deletion creations are? I'm going to have to get a blueprint from somewhere. Otherwise, I mean, at this stage, I feel like we're just like playing to try and get to cycle 1,000, and then we'll do our usual thing of just like nuking the base. You can only shower these days, and the issue, I have crappy shop-brought soaps, so they either don't rinse off nicely or leave residue and just smell plasticky. Yep. That said, I've never really been a bath person. I prefer showers. It's just quicker and easier. Oh, oh. Not quite. Let's... Once again, just start carving out more and more of this. You had a polluted society and managed to get rid of it by finding where it came from. As in a bunch of polluted air or water? Or just a polluted society? Are we back on the politics? Used to love a good wallow when you were pregnant and read Lord of the Rings in the bath for 4 days. Oh, okay. That was your quiet time, was it? You have the problem when bathing to make the water too hot and then you start overheating. That, and then just the panic induced because you're getting too hot and that. Right. Okay, the air's pretty good in here. Your bum had constant hiccups in the bath. It's hilarious. Aww. Air and water were polluted. Oosh. Well, I mean, we have got one way of dealing with the polluted water. Obviously, we've got the sieve here to turn it into clean water, but because we're running one of the mods, which actually allows us to pump some chlorine into it, and turn it from, like, nasty polluted with loads of germs into germ-free. That's what pumping chlorine into your water system does. You do end up staying, because it's nice until you gotta go and leave and then you get lightheaded. Oh no! 2 hours minimum? Jeez, okay. Like I said, in and out the shower is just quick and easy, get it done. But is there a skill to not getting the pages of the book damp? So that they're sticking together and you can't flick through the pages nicely? That's where your expertise is in bathing. Everyone has like the skill that they've nailed and perfected, and that's yours, is it? As much as you like baths, you get bored, so usually you bring a Kindle and pray I don't accidentally drop it. Oh no, that could be an expensive mistake. It's definitely a skill to read in the bath. Oh, yeah, oh, it's multiple face cloths. Okay, so there's a system as well. Okay. How much more? Okay, we've got plenty of things queued up. Water's flowing around. Good, 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 good. Good, good. Right. Totally buying from a fellow wallower. There we go. That's how you initiate sales, is it, Sienna? Just find people of like mind enjoying a good bath. Put the polluted water in a different chamber, which would not pollute the air. And after I got rid of the water, I got rid of the polluted oxygen. I mean, polluted oxygen is fairly easy to get, well, deal with. Just a bunch of air deodorizers is the way to go. But yeah, getting rid of the germs is the harder thing. There's a reason you started doing this. Okay, well, plenty of oil. Yeah, we'll carve all of this out. In fact, we might actually cheat this bit a little bit. Make sure we get that oil to drain down. In the winter, the cat would come and sit on your tummy while you read and never notice her paws and tail in the water after a while. Oh. The fact is, she was probably the cat was probably upset when they discovered that was the situation. But they would forget before the next time, and it would happen over and over again. Am I right? When it was time to get out, she'd be horrified. Okay, yeah, plenty of oil. So, we should be able to produce a ton of plastic. YouTube guidelines got updated? Oh no, what now? What the hell's YouTube playing this time? This is why I've not gone back to YouTube, and it's been over a year now. I keep saying it's going to happen. It will happen. I just need to find something I'm happy to make that is not going to depress me when it gets, you know, next to no views and get buried by the algorithm. You'll sit on a ledge and lets her tail in. When she first gets there, she tries to inch down to drink some. She likes warm water. Okay. She only fell in once after this. Okay. She learned from a mistake, though, I'm guessing. Yeah, I mean, the conversation isn't always about bathwater. I mean, there's a link there. We're struggling with the water supply. It's a little warm and all that, but yeah. Normally the conversation is about food and what we're eating for dinner tonight. And then there's a bit of conversation about what we're actually doing in Oni. But it's got to the stage now where we're just like... As I've said before, Oni is definitely like the chill game of the week where... Sit back, queue up a bunch of things, let the dupes handle it, and hopefully don't kill themselves. You have to do it all the time? Oh, okay. Having a bit of dilemma, I have a couple of options. Stay in the dark and ruin your eyes, get up from your comfy position, turn the light switch on, or yell for your dad brother to come in to turn the light on. I mean, how quickly would they come? I mean, you've got the dog there. Can you train the dog to jump up and hit the light switch? That's the fourth option, surely. You can be a bit random, like that wasn't the obvious from my entry into the Discord. I was going to say, it did take me aback a little. Like I said, I wasn't expecting like the welcome message to be an essay. But you're more than welcome, and I mean, we're all for everyone here. Oh, that's the plan. Dad, what are you doing for the weekend? Oh, whilst you're here. Just a small afterthought, not like the main purpose of me shouting. Anyway, shall we aim to get to, like, cycle 880? And then we'll switch over? Because we do have a second game for today. And there is actually Twitch integration in this one, so you guys can actually help or hinder? I don't know. It's probably a thing, isn't it? We've got directly eggs incubating. We should be eating those, surely. Love meat sack. It's a filthy open secret, and a beloved friend found the naked playthrough. Sent it you to cheer you up after England lost the rugby. You couldn't contain yourself. There we go. Was there any major changes, or is it just YouTube updating stuff so they can screw more content creators? You asked what's for tea, before I even got to ask about the light. They turned it on. Okay. Hinder, definitely hinder. Well, we'll find out, and I guess in a few minutes. How are we for our plastic production? Nope, we still haven't got enough yet. Oh, it's part of the YouTube Studio stuff's being released. Okay. Though I think I've been staring at that for a while. The like the dashboard thing. Oh, you're going to be streaming tonight. So if it's not the soap, what is it going to be then, Sienna? Lords of the Fallen was... Oh, I can't remember the developer's name. Is it Deck 13? It's the same guys that do The Surge. It was their like first attempt at doing a Souls-like game, but it was all very kind of Viking-based, and the main protagonist is just like huge burly dude. Hence Meat Sack. Yeah, Deck 13, yeah. Yeah, but they did Lords of the Fallen, and then they moved on and did The Surge, which was basically Cyborg Dark Souls, which they obviously got like a better response with, hence there's been a Surge 2 recently. Making face mask pearls, shower steamers, and salt hand scrubs. Oh, okay. You just got YouTube Studios. You won't be on for a bit. No worries. You go play with the new UI and all that. Greetings, Zenile. How are we? How is your Thursday and, in fact, your week shaping up? Hopefully, things are ticking over nicely. Yeah, I mean, technically isn't like stupid o'clock in the morning for you at the moment, Sienna. Hence the like 9.5 hours until you stream, because it is like an 8-hour difference. So what would it be? It'd be... Oh, it's just gone 8 in the morning then, I guess. Regardless. It's probably been fun-filled and... Oh, I just realised I filled those in I shouldn't have. Oh, there you go. I mean, I keep thinking I should at some point try and do a couple of evening streams. That's a little more conducive to people on the other side of the pond. So let's face it, we start the stream at like what would be 8 a.m. Eastern. So it's a very early start for anybody out there on the West Coast. So you think Friday nights would be a good one? Possibly. I had considered it. But it's trying to figure out what would I play in an evening session. Would it be random? Would it be like another Let's Play series? Would it be like something a little more roguelike that we could just dip in and out of? So, you know, like a Slay the Spire or something like that, where one, you know, do a couple of runs or something, but it's not like carrying on a series. Each stream is self-contained, as it were. You're still sad. One day you'll hopefully be able to catch one stream. One day. I mean, that's what the VOD's there for as well. You won't be able to interact, but at least you'll get a flavour. You love Slay the Spire. I mean, we played a bit again. I think it was somebody's pick on when we were doing the Bitterson of the Week thing. 2-3 weeks back? And yeah, I got back into it. I think I even played some off camera as well afterwards. Because I remembered how much fun it was. Oh, it was boring, was it? Oh, never mind. Well, we found another water source. The only problem is it's so bloody hot. You can't exactly drink 60, 70 degrees water, and the plants are definitely not going to appreciate it. That was your suggestion, was it? Okay. I knew it was somebody's. I knew we played it at some point during October. That said, we're getting towards the end of November, and then it's December, and then we've got a brand new year. Where did this year go? Seriously. The time has flown. And it's not because it's been particularly good. It's just time is rapidly disappearing, isn't it? You fall in love with communities on Twitch, the games tend to come second for you. Though it's beloved best friend's birthday tomorrow, and this game is a perfect gift for him. Oh, okay, they like their kind of like world builder kind of strategy, a little more slow pace and a little more methodical type games, do they? How is November already gone? I don't remember October either. Yeah, exactly. It's just disappearing. You know those like rumors years ago when they booted up the LHC in at CERN and that everyone was concerned that it was going to create a black hole and just pull us all into a void in Switzerland somewhere. Maybe it did actually happen. Maybe time is being pulled towards Central Europe at this point in time, and we didn't realise because we've been stuck in this time loop, or this entropy of time. I don't know. It would be a nice explanation for why things have been going downhill over the last few years. You're playing some Minecraft whilst watching. I mean, I'm quite happy being somebody's second screen. I'm here all for being a distraction for people whilst they do other shit. He's very Terraria puzzle, beautifully animated players. Yeah, okay. And by everyone equals Daily Mail readers, yep. It's just the process of just doing nothing but punching trees. I like a game where there's actually a little bit of like plot line, something to carry us through. Because I mean, this is why I enjoyed Subnautica, which somebody could say is like Minecraft underwater, couldn't they? You could get away with saying that idea. It's open world, you can build a base, but there is that hook of there is a reason for being there, and there's a objective, and there's like lore and that involved. Whereas Minecraft is just the sandbox. It is just the building, isn't it? Just choose already. I mean, yeah. Though, I mean, we've got what, another 3 weeks of like people screaming at each other until the election, and then it's I mean, it's going to be a hung parliament yet again. So it's just going to carry on, and we're just all going to lose the will to live. You're convinced I will play it one day. Well, you know what I mean by saying that thread that carries you through. With something like Minecraft, it's more like self-motivated. You want to build this, so you have to do that kind of thing. I like the idea of, okay, I have to do this because this is going to get me to a stage in the game story, and that kind of idea. A friend of yours who streams maintains a sub-only Minecraft server, which is quite the hit. And he'll pop over every now and again to showcase what people have built. Okay. It's like our politicians are petulant children who can't make up their mind and don't shut up. Yep, that sounds about right. Okay, can we get any more plastic yet? Nope, still not. Damn it. Well, let's just carry on carving out shit, I guess. Community Ender Dragon Days. If we carve a bit more out. Like so. Like I said, we have to be careful that we don't expose the polluted water vents. But we'll carve out the rest of this as well. It's tough in single player, to be fair. Much more fun with buddies. Yeah, I mean, it is one of those that's built on basically being pretty much a cooperative game. Because even when you're building on your own, you're building it to show to other people. You know, here's the house I built. It's very much It is the one you have to share with people, isn't it? Right. Okay, uselessly, the other app would freeze. I'm not using it, but Minecraft isn't so good in your... Okay, so we're getting conflicts, are we? The Minecraft and the stream don't want to play nice together. Oh dear. Going spelunking with your no common sense best friend who constantly gets lost and screams at creepers and dies like all the time. That sounds like it's hitting fairly close to home, Sock. Would you happen to be the friend? Okay, have we got any plastic yet? Nope, still not. Damn it. Oh, they're the one that came. Okay. This is probably why they like slightly more methodical games then. They may well be just like me. 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, we do still want another ladder. Right here. Oh, no, maybe not. You're the overly prepared, super organized, 300 labeled storage chest friend. Oh, okay. Are you the one that screams at people for putting the stuff in the wrong chest as well? Or do you just slowly grimace when they do that? And you go back to them just organizing then afterwards? He's a beautiful nightmare to game with. When in Borderlands 3 together at the moment, it's hilarious. I love him to pieces, I really do. How did I guess? Right. You know, you just cause chaos. Okay. Right, well, we should squirt some water through soon, I would hope. Maybe we want to put this on a... Maybe we want to put this on a delay or something. If it's like... Maybe we put it on a... Not so much on temperature, maybe we do it on... Liquid element sensor? Basically, the pool of water seems to be dry. That might be the better option. Also, why would we do this out of lead? Let's do this out of iron. Have it slowly rust in here. Okay. Also, I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Other friends, you're the only girl in their community, keeps asking me to go play COD with them. Not sure I've got the ability to cope with that much machismo. Yeah. I can't really stand like first-person, like multiplayer first-person shooters because it is just a lot of people screaming into microphones, and I just find that tedious. Because it like starts off as a cooperative game, and then it's just people screaming and blaming one another normally, isn't it? Little dry and serious for you. You think PS4 might be in the future? Seeing deals that are games included, so maybe. I keep seeing that. I keep saying if it's a console I'm going to get, it would probably be a PS4. But it's for, again, it's probably for single player games. It's going to be the stuff like Last of Us, God of War, Spider-Man, stuff like that, rather than the multiplayer stuff. If I'm going to do multiplayer stuff, I would do it on PC. So it's the console exclusives. It's stuff like Bloodborne and things like that. The only FPS you really like is Destiny 1 and 2. So how much of Destiny 1 have you played? Because obviously you're churning through Destiny 2 at the moment, aren't you? I guess we can do... Nope. That. Not the automation wire, the liquid sensor. Water. Oh, I guess we actually need a NOT gate in here, don't we? So if we have water, we don't want a signal. Like so. Has NOT gates? This is definitely Chris's type of game. That's the clincher. Logic gates, yeah. There's a whole load of stuff you can do with like the automation in it. You have a special Star Wars PS4 as well. You completed the campaign and some of the DLCs. You might have to revisit it at some point. I'm basically working back through chat, so if there's a line of logic, I apologize if I miss it. You've seen playthroughs of both Last of Us and God of War. Both looked incredible. The game I really fell in love with watching was Red Dead 2. Okay. He's a specialist database programmer. No, okay, yeah, that's why it's the clincher. You're more of a Trek fan than Star Wars. I mean, I'd probably say I'm that as well. Okay, then which of the series, Law? If you had to pick one, which of the series? Right. Sensor if there's water. You're a TNG fan, are you? Well, for me, it has to be DS9. I don't know what it is. It's just... I think it's because it's slightly darker and grittier. Oh, you're a DS9 fan as well. There we go. I think it's probably the same reason I like Battlestar as well, because, I mean... Ronald D. Moore, but it's got that, like, it's a little edgier, isn't it? Things aren't pretty, you know, I guess it's because, whereas, like, TNG and Voyager and things like that, it feels very naval, they're out exploring, whereas DS9 being, like, set in a single place is almost like a western town, isn't it? It's like Deadwood or something like that. Battlestar was amazing. Still stands up. Your son is 14, and we're just about to start that now. Yeah, it's one of those I do keep going back to. You know, give it a couple of years and then break out the Blu-rays again and watch it all the way through again. Oh, there's so much more good stuff to come, Lore. Battlestar is a phenomenal TV show. I mean, not just as a like sci-fi, but because it holds up as like political intrigue and like just really well written characters and stuff like that. DS9 has the tension of the post scarcity utopia meeting the frontier. Also, you said Deadwood, and now you're never going to leave. Yeah. Yeah, because the original Battlestar was incredibly 70s camp, wasn't it? Okay, can we get this finished off? Yes, because it was it early? It was early this year, wasn't it? It felt a little flat, but I think it was because it was trying to tie up storylines. Now it didn't stand up to the TV series. What was it? It was like 2.5 series or something, wasn't it? Of Deadwood. Plus, I think it was the fact that they were all like 10, 15 years older and that. But Ian McShane still, Al Swearingen is you know, he's something else. Just before Game of Thrones last series, yes. It was made with love, yeah, but it just didn't have the same kind of oomph and magic about it, I think. I think it's because they had to, like, squeeze an entire story into, like, 2 hours. Whereas over a series, they could develop those beats and that. Yeah, Little Heart Sword then broke. He loved it so much. No, Trixie is still completely bonkers. Yep. Just screaming from the balcony as what was his name? God damn it. The bloke who basically turned into a senator, who's the gold magnate. Hearst, when he rides into town, she's just screaming at him. That's it, Mr. Hearst, yeah. You just finished the prologue episode, so not episode 2. No, okay. Okay, I think the ice must have melted, because there seems to be more water in there than before. Yeah, it looks like one of the blocks of ice melted. Deadwood is, basically it's Western. It's set in, like, the tail end of, like, the golden age of cowboys Western type idea. And it's a frontier town where the premise is there's no law in the town, and then it starts off with a character going into town who used to be a marshal, just wants the quiet life, but there's all this intrigue because it's rich with gold, so there's like pressure from like forming governments and all this kind of thing. It's dark, bleak, but incredibly well realized. Okay, what else are we doing? We're grabbing all the oil, aren't we? Yes. Set in a real place, many of the characters are real people. Buffalo Bill, Calamity Jane, Seth Bullock, yeah. We've just discovered which ones are the Cylons, and they don't necessarily know. Looking for Earth. Oh, okay. Yes, it's one of those things. Don't watch it if you have delicate sensibilities, because it's raw, shall we say? It's a HBO show. That's all you really need to say, isn't it? Okay, yeah, oil for days. Did all the plastic get installed? No, not yet. Oh, no, we can pop a bit there. Come on, I want to finish this loop. It's not going to let me, though, because the moment I take my finger off that, yep, ran out of oil. I should have done this bit. Damn it. You'll have to check it out, but you'll put it on the list, yeah. It was clever, though. It showed all the sexism, brutality, and racism of the time, but through a lens that just didn't excuse it. Yeah. Yes, let's just say eye-popping moment, shall we? There was an element of, like, theatre to it, because it was like all of humanity just put out there for show. And all its brutal, you know, realism and horrific worst, and most beautiful best. Yeah. You did hear it right, yes. Okay. Well, the water continues to flow. Not enough materials. Yeah. Well, hopefully all the ice melts and we restock our reservoir, and then I can stop worrying. Not quite. If we can maybe prioritize those bits and everything up to there. So close, I can maybe collect it up. I just need them to go full tilt on the plastic. Also, we did say 880, and this would take us up to 4:45. Yeah, that... The ice here, -1 degree, -6 degrees. They're both going to melt soon as well. Good. So hopefully we get a bunch more water. Will keep us ticking over for a while. We have got our sensor in place. So we're pumping more water through as well. Okay. Very far future. Humanity has satisfied all its needs, taken to the stars. Now there are minds highly developed. AIs that sort of run everything and scoot about in enormous, brilliantly named ships. It's about how this incredible, advanced, and sometimes a bit shady civilization interacts with other species and cultures. Oh, you're back from QuickFit, are you, Fluffy? They wanted 120 for a car battery and fitting. Jeez. You got a Minter from a breaker's yard for 15 quid. Bargain. There we go. So, I mean, I have to ask you, Sock Fiddler, finding out that you're a big kind of fan of, like, sci-fi and, like, epics like that, how are you feeling about the upcoming June movie? And there's also supposed to be a series as well that's, what is it, the Sisters of the Bene Gesserit or something? I mean, I feel like it's in good hands with the director, but there's something about, like, the Dune, as D-U-N-E, based on a very famous book. In fact, the book is one of the inspirations for George R.R. Martin and Game of Thrones. It is an epic, but highly confusing. You love the old movie. I mean, I can quite quote. I'm presuming that's quote too many, far too many lines from it. Fear is the mind killer. But I'm worried that it'll be completely over the top with too many effects, which will take away from the complexity of the families. Yeah, I always said I felt like it can't be done in a film. I mean, they struggled with the original, didn't they? I feel like if they did it as like a big Game of Thrones HBO series, that's where it would lend itself, because you could explore the politics between all the families. Because that is the basis of the entire book, isn't it? It's the internal politics of it all. Well, the first book, there's like 6 of them? And then it gets very weird when it's like the God King. Because it's what is it? The series is spread over like 5,000 years. It's something ridiculous. End with me not understanding the ending. It's the tension and the spice. The spice will flow. Oh, you off, Death? No worries. Did you manage to get YouTube to play ball? Or is it us just talking about random books and bathing that's driven you off? If so, I apologise. Things will be different. I don't know if they'll be better, but they'll certainly be different tomorrow. It's Friday, so it'd be a bit more Witcher tomorrow. Anyway, we will be moving on to... Well, we've hit 880. Everything's ticking over. I guess, like I said, that ice is... Oh, that ice did melt. Okay, so... Yeah, when we get this 21.6 tons of ice to melt, we should have a little more water to play with. So... And this is actually working now. I think we've got this... Not too bad. This is cooling off. So yeah, we will call it there, I think. You were gutted when you looked at the Netflix Mars series, thinking it was going to be an adaptation of Kim Stanley Robinson's Mars trilogy. It wasn't. It was bad. Mars series? I don't think I've even stumbled across that. I know there was that god-awful series. I didn't even manage to make it 15 minutes in. The Another Earth or something. The one with Katie Sackhoff as like the lead actress in it. And it was awful. It was like what are these 20-somethings doing on a spaceship? They're all like bloggers and things like that. That's not a crew of a spaceship. You read Hitchhiker's Guide, but never have wrapped your head around the ending. About halfway through the series, you realised you had zero clue what you were reading. Well, I mean, Hitchhiker's Guide. Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's difficult to follow, but you have to like approach it as, okay, don't take things seriously, just take everything with a pinch of salt. Same thing happened with Colour of Magic, it just ended up confused. I can see that. Some of the Discworld novels are harder to get into. Probably the better ones for like the Pratchett books, read either the Witches ones or the Nightwatch ones. I love the Nightwatch books in the Discworld novels. Also, yeah, we're going off on tangents. Let's throw a save in here. And let's switch over before we get too bogged down with everything. Yeah, thing to remember, don't panic. Nanny Weatherwax will warm your heart, yes. Right, let's jump on back to the main. So we can chuck a mark in here and call Oni for the day. But we're not done. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're still here because we have a second game to check out. A new indie out today by the name of Black Future 88. The world ended with the bombs dropping in 1988, and now everyone must run around because they have 18 minutes left to live. So it's an action platformer roguelite in which you have to, like, it's a dungeon crawl in the sense that you go through levels, but instead of going deeper and deeper into that, you're climbing a corporate headquarters tower, just killing all the robots, guards, and what have you. And it actually has Twitch integration, so you guys will be able to give me buffs and get me guns or something? I don't know. I'm not sure how the integration works. We'll find out together. Anyway, let's chuck a mark in